got a problem, I taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might be more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't get caught in the matrix. Got that touch with my savior. Give me that touch with my haters.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters. Without the IR at the end, the reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly out to walk in any spot. Every stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths with stick figures and K's, my name's ring fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose it.
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. Delta. Set. Go.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Herbert off of play action. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, Warriors, 70 Lions, 19 Lions.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready? Run!
On first down, it's Genty. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Genty is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And just shutting him off there. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Broncos 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Set.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Herbert going to change the play here. They'll go again with Jersey. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. When you look at this Bronco defense, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
3rd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Come on. Set.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for Broncos first down. The Broncos at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Check smash. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Panther 60. Panther 11. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
7 Pirates, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly into the turf.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Genty. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ready, go!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 124 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Ready.
Now again, right side. Wiley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Raiders' 18-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wiley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Back. Bronco 80. Ready, ready.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready. Cougar 19. 19 Lions.
He'll drop to throw. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Dragon 60. Ready. 60 Eagles. 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Broncos 14.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Hey, Ram, Renford.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thornton. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Herbert now. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Genty with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
Broncos 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Down. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and 10.
Get it. 60 Bison. 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Second down and 4.
Tag! Cowboy 80! Cowboy 80! 79 Broncos! Ready?
They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready? Go!
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Klein. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone, defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Up the middle they go. Wiley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 142 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wiley. down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Oh, that was a bit of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Yards that time on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 238 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop the throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
19 light. 18, cup 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, cup 19. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 2 yards to go, second down. Now Herbert going to change the look.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A run straight ahead with Genty. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of this caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Number 0. No gain on the play.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Track
Their
60.
49-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
Now a handoff up the middle. Wiley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Broncos on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take us inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper.
18-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Viking 18.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got his man, it's Thornton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Herbert with it looking to pass. They'll try and set up the screen to Ginty. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hey, Ram.
Now a handoff to Genty. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Home to right. Cap.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Completes this one to Thornton. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Genty. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.